welcome to Mam Talks. I'm Kathy.
I'm Jan.
And I'm Anna. And today we're going to be discussing how to stop that cell phone addiction.
I like my cell phone addiction to go
I
along
like
with
my
my scratcher
cell phone.
addiction.
To go along with your driving addiction.
Okay, this isn't about me today.
That's funny.
Such good friends,
Uh-huh.
good friends.
Okay, so not that we're going to mention names, but some people you know may be speaking with you, and at the same time they're looking at their phone. They're looking at their text messages.
You feel that you don't get them
I
100%.
That's
Do
true.
that, but there's people that people do a
You
lot.
don't do that?
No, I don't really do that. Okay, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I say
Okay,
to people
you say
sometimes,
so.
and what people will say is they'll go, you know what, do you mind if I just check this really quick? I'm waiting for something or whatever. I was like, whatever. What I don't like is, and I got one too, the iWatch, which is just like a cell phone. I think people think it's different. Instead of looking at your phone, you get a little beep beep on your phone or a vibration, and you kind of glance real quick. It's like, okay, I'll take it. So I don't think that's any better. It's a little bit better, but I don't sit and while we're talking, oh, hold on, because I know if either of you got calls from your kids or a text, you will take those, and do not deny that.
That's why I turn my phone off.
I'm
and
not
I-
going to get in an argument. You're the housewives
why?
of Santa Clarita.
Why?
Yes, you have taken texts from
Okay,
your
that's
boss.
true.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's true.
The fact that you take, you're doing your text messages while you speak to someone actually has a name now.
Imagine.
And that name is called fubbing, as in
Fubbing.
phone and snubbing. It's
Fubbing.
fubbing.
So who
is
are
it
you
in
s-
Wikipedia?
That's
You're
Mary
snubbing the person you're with.
Yes.
correct.
Because
Yes.
you're
Through
on
your phone, using your
phone.
phone to snub them.
I see.
That's right. And then we also found out that the average American adult now
This is
spends
crazy.
2 hours and 51 minutes a day on their smartphone.
And that's just combined, going on, checking
And
in.
that could
right.
be like texting or
Right.
or surfing
Playing a
the
game,
net
playing a
or-
game.
Yeah, whatever.
Now, having just spent 3 days in the hospital with my dad, I think I surpassed 2 hours and 15 minutes by tenfold.
But that amount, if you were to do it for how long, did it say? It adds up to something crazy.
Oh, in over a lifetime, it adds up to 5 years and 4 months of your life.
So we're spending
That's
5 years.
pathetic.
That sounds crazy. That sounds horrible.
Can I just say, about 30 years ago, I remember reading a statistics that the average Californian spends about 7 months every 10 years on the road. I am sure that has at least tripled
Oh, yeah.
because the traffic in California has become unbearable.
Well, and for Kathy, it's
I knew that was going to come out.
for Kathy, it's at least
How
quadruple.
come everybody's
so-
always picking on me?
But anyway, so imagine between driving and your phone, how many years of your life are invested in those two things?
A lot.
The car and the phone. It's unbelievable. And yet we can't live without it.
Either one.
Either one.
Mhm.
Either one. Definitely
Everybody
not
has a
phone.
phone. Everybody has a phone. The little kids in strollers. They have strollers that come with attachments for phones or for the.
Do they
iPads.
really?
Yeah. I left a restaurant the other night, and as I was walking out, it was a couple families are all together, and they sat all the kids at one end. I'm gonna say they were like 7 down to maybe 3. Every kid at that little section of the table had the little kid iPad.
Oh,
Every
boy.
single one of them. So I don't know, peaceful dinner. Don't take the kids if you can't have a peaceful dinner. But I don't know. I've been guilty of that too. So I'm not gonna judge.
Well, I was reading that there's an anticipation when you pick up your phone. You know that oh gosh, what is it going to say? And psychologists have a term for that irresistible feeling of unpredictability. It's called intermittent rewards.
Yeah, sounds like the Pavlov and the.
Loves dogs.
So it is rewarding.
It is,
I mean,
it is.
Well, I have to say that when I pick up my phone and there's no text message or phone call,
Are you sad?
it's not sad, but it's almost like, oh, really?
They're quiet,
Yeah.
and they hold off on that.
Oh,
Sometimes they.
what do you mean?
Remember, there was something about how they hold off on either notifying or they keep stuff.
Yes, they hold it off so that you can get text messages like in bursts, because then it gives you a higher feeling of reward. Oh God, this is like, Big
like
Brother.
I said, oh wait, I didn't send you that text, or it's like, I did send it, where is it? It's like, I sent it to you, remember yesterday, it's like,
Yeah.
I called you, I sent you it, yeah.
I never did get that, by the way.
Well, I did. This I thought was interesting. This is that when it comes to personal lives, a lot of these people that are the innovators, Steve Jobs says he didn't give his kids the iPad until they were, nope, it just says he didn't even let the kids use the iPad, period. Bill and Melinda Gates, not until their kids were 14 years old.
I agree with
So
that.
these are the guys who created this, but I don't think they created it with the idea it was going to be for young kids anyway. It's just gone down to that.
But my daughter's looking at kindergartens, possible kindergarten for next year for my oldest grandson, who's only 4 right now. And one school, absolutely no technology. Everything is, old fashioned. And the other school, the kids get an iPad the minute they walk in the door. And so that's really interesting
It
to
is
me
interesting.
that, the contrast is so large.
There must be a happy medium.
Yeah, I still like the idea of one of the schools out here. They do a lot of their own gardening, and they don't think they use much technology. They just let kids be kids for as long
But
as
I
they can.
want the kids to be familiar with the
Oh, sure.
technology.
And they are
where
at
it's
home.
part of life. Well, like my daughter now lets them watch the iPad, but for a long time the kids did not touch technology.
But they catch up quick.
But
They
I
do.
think
do.
there has to be a real balance, because as
Kathy,
as
a
we
real balance.
as the three of
I'm
us
so
know
tolerant.
from working in our school, I was amazed whenever I would talk to a student. They're looking down because they're so used to doing this, and
Oh, can I just mention that we are having an epidemic
Yep.
of neck issues
Yep.
because
Mhm.
of this
Yep.
yeah,
position with the phone?
Yep.
I find that very interesting.
It's
And I'm
true.
sure instead of carpal tunnel syndrome on your wrist, we're going to have something with our
Well, I think
thumbs.
they already do have it.
Oh,
They do
really?
have something. There are things they suggest, a few tips about if you want to,
Okay, so
Put
how to
aside.
cut this
so
addiction.
how to cut it. So one of the things is disable your phone's notifications. So instead of getting a little light or buzz, whatever, that says, oh, you've got a text or you've got a email, disable that.
well, you can disable it just by putting it
Right.
on airplane mode.
Right, but then you may not get a phone call if you need a phone call. So I would just do the notifications. Another one is the tracking app, and I know the iPhone, you can track how much time you're spending. It will tell you, and I don't know about any other phones, Samsungs and all the other brands, but there's an app called Moment, and apparently it can track some of that information for you as well, and you'd probably be blown away by how much time you're really spending on it.
Maybe I don't want to know.
You may not.
Yeah, and it tells you your screen time for this week has gone up 20%.
Yeah, I don't wanna know that.
It's like,
The last thing,
Oops.
which I do, I've always done it anyway, is I keep my phone in the kitchen at night and I have it on vibrate. I have a landline, so if there's an emergency, I can be reached. But I'm a light sleeper, so I don't want the phone next to me buzzing if there's a notification, or people use it to check their, the time. And use your old-fashioned clock by the side of your bed. I know that sounds like ooh.
you can also
Oh.
set your phone so that you don't get any notifications between whatever hours. Like mine is set between 10 and 7.
So then why have it in the room?
Wait, 7. How come I call you at 9 and you don't answer?
I'm busy. I'm walking. I'm out walking in nature.
Huh.
Or I'm FaceTiming with my grandson. Or whatever.
So what? So do you keep it in your room?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Please do.
I've
Do tell.
I've been using this new app, and it monitors your sleep.
Oh, see,
But that's for another.
I don't need to know.
discussion.
I know that I don't sleep well. I don't need statistics.
I like
anyway.
details.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to click those share and like buttons.
And remember to subscribe to Mam Talks on YouTube.
And our website, www.mamtalks.com. And again, if you subscribe during those 7 days, we are offering a gift. You can get an email to us on any of the sites. Our email's listed, so please send us that because we don't have any other way of reaching you. And remember to embrace getting older with us.
Bye.
Bye.